Good evening, everybody. I hope this is Dennis Wong coming from Winnipeg. I hope you have a great Easter weekend and some time with family through the video chat, etc., or on the phone or messaging, and you make the best out of it. We are in this pandemic, and I wanted to talk about faith and how we are getting through. Especially today is Easter Sunday, so I try to do some mindset training, motivational training type of thing online. And last a couple of days, I've been attending this training called Rise Up World by Pete Fergus. And today, he had three speakers talking about faith in their business, and how do they, is their family and their faith, is it separate from the business, or should it be all together? And that are really interesting because for myself, I started my own pharmacy business 22 years ago. And before I started it, when I wanted to start the business, I had a lot of prayer. And my thing was that unless there is absolute direction from God, what He wants me to do, if He wants me to have this business started, I will, and I have to 100% sure this is what He wants. And I pray a lot about it. And long story short, we actually end up opening up our own pharmacy so that we can serve our patient and customer the way we want it to be served. And over the year, we've done a lot of training, a lot of different area of practices. We got into functional medicine, we got into nutritional medicine, we started doing metabolic, we started doing compounding pharmacy, and every step of the way, we have our faith and believe that this is what our direction from God is. And we did through a lot of prayers. And so for us, our personal faith and our business, hi Paul, is totally intertwined. And I told a lot of my team, my staff, that our business is actually extension of our life. It's not separate. Happy night to you too, Paul. It's not separate. And so, our faith and our business, personal faith and our business cannot be separated. Some of you may have a different thought, different idea. Absolutely share with us, share with me what your thought and your idea, and why not. I'm hoping to learn from others also. And then the last speaker, who's a hip-hop Christian artist, Lecrae, what he said really struck the chord with me today is that he said, we are in the storm. And when you're in the storm, what are you going to do? What kind of vessel are you going to drive? And you're going to, drive in the storm. And he said, there are people that who want to push it through and their plan, their way, the way they want it. So those are the ones that are driving speedboat. And a lot of time, the speedboat will run out of gas, he said, before the storm's over. Then you're stuck. And there's other people put their hands up and say, that's it, I can't do anything anymore. And then they'll just sit around. And those are the ones in life rough that just sitting in there hoping somebody will come and save them. And he said, for him, having faith, believe that God is looking after him and God is giving him direction, but he's not sitting and waiting for the result of the rescue, but meantime he's doing what he believed that he need to do. So he said, I'm the one that in the sailboat. When you're in the sailboat, yes, you have to wait for the wind to direct your sail, but unless you put up your sail, doesn't matter how much wind comes, you're not going to move. So he said, from my part, I have to put up the sail, I have to look at the wind, I have to, move the sail to the direction of the wind so that I can guide it to by the wind where I need to go. And he said the same thing, having faith that knowing God will direct you, but meantime, you do what you need to do, but not saying, no, I don't need anybody. So I really like that example that he used. And I hope that this is something that all of us are looking at also. Yeah, this is, pandemic that we're in. We got social distancing, all of that. But this is not the end of the road. We need to do certain things to be safe, but at the same time, we just don't have to sit around. We have to look at what we need to do. And from my point of view, my analogy is that I always said, I'm doing these things and knowing that God is my co-pilot, that he's always there directing, finding direction for me. Like when I'm going on driving trip, I love driving trip, but I'm not good with direction. Cindy's always my co-pilot, looking at the map, looking at the GPS and telling me where to turn, where to go. And in my life, the same thing. I'm not good with the direction. So I'm always relying on God and my prayers and looking at signs and symptoms that come to me, and then based on that, a lot of prayer, I will then move left, right, forward, backward, all of that. So I hope that this is helpful. I wanted to share this because especially this is, Easter weekend. One of the things that they discuss also is that Friday was crucifixion. At that time, if those people don't have faith, Saturday they're waiting. How would they know, even though Jesus says he's, coming back, how would they know when he's going to come back? Saturday they're just sitting around, and if they don't have the faith, they will be lost, not knowing Sunday really going to happen, the resurrection really going to happen. And so you have to have that strong faith, knowing that things will get better and we will move forward. And I hope that this will give a lot of hope and strength to all of you tonight. Have a great evening. I will talk to you again tomorrow.